quite often work comes to me through my agents at WME. They're constantly looking out for projects that I would find appealing, and where they're looking for people of my particular skill set, which is a showrunner director. And a Religion of Sports, which we mentioned a little earlier, is owned by Tom Brady, Strahan, and Gautam Chopra. Were working in concert with Bill Simmons to develop a project on the G League, which had always been a subject that fascinated Bill Simmons, because it's about a group of individuals that live on the margins and are trying to get through a very small window of opportunity. And what is the difference between the 12th man on an NBA roster and the best player on a G League team? Probably not a lot. And so this was an ecosystem that all the aforementioned parties wanted to explore. So they brought me on to develop it. And my first look at it is, well, yes, in order to best represent the ecosystem, we need to showcase, the fact that there are 300 some odd players in it, but there's a lot of diversity. Everybody has their own stories. So we were going to pick 4 to 6 characters that spoke to that diversity. And, there are players there that forego college and go straight to the G League, and one individual that we focused on, Scoot Henderson, was the 3rd pick in the NBA draft. So he was our blue chipper, archetype. Then we had a guy by the name of Denzel Valentine, who, as you may remember, in 2016 was a College Player of the Year for Michigan State. There are not that many college players of the years floating around in the G League. He is the only one. And he was drafted by the Bulls, had some mediocre seasons, and is trying to find his game again in the G League. We have an Orthodox Jew who is endeavoring to become the first Orthodox Jew to play at the NBA level, by the name of Ryan Terrell. So his story, he played his college ball at yeshiva, where he led all levels of college in scoring. But yet the adjustment from Division III basketball to the G League was a lot for him. But after a season in the G League, as you see from our documentary, he's made great strides. A guy by the name of Gabe York, who is, I guess, the closest thing is, I'm sure you've seen Bull Durham, closest thing we have to Crash Davis, a career, a minor leaguer per se, has played in 10 or so countries, played in the G League for 4 years, got one little cup of coffee up with the Indiana Pacers 2 years ago, and looking to make it back up to the NBA level again and to make it stick. So these are the type of characters that we saw, that we thought was the best way of illustrating. And the subtitle is a G League Odyssey, because they're all on their own personal journeys, and they're all going to arrive at different destinations. Scoot Henderson's already on the Portland Trailblazers. He was the 3rd pick in the draft. Where the other guys are on a different path, and will either make the NBA or not. And so I think, as one of our interview subjects said very eloquently, when you live life on the margins, you have to do everything possible to be at your best, to rise to that challenge, because the window of opportunity is very small. And so, it was, the NBA obviously is a marketing machine and has a lot of glitz and glamour to it, but in the G League, you feel that grind. You see what hotels they're staying in. You know they're not flying charters all the time. You know, as one of the coaches in the G League said, you really need to love this game to be playing in the G League. And, you know, I am proud of the filmmaking team for really putting together a film that was a mosaic of that Odyssey.